India Quebec 5 Echo Mike. This is Oscar Romeo 4 India Sierra Sierra. I have you loud and clear. Welcome to the International Space Station. I'll be happy to answer your questions. Yes, India Quebec 5 Echo Mike, I am ready. The question is always exciting to wait for the moment of liftoff. As the launch pad, we spend so much effort in our preparation and training for the space flight, so I was very excited to wait for that, what I can experience in space to explore. Over. Yeah, great question. I feel living and working on the ISS in zero gravity is very special, and it's so much fun sometimes floating in space, and it also so inconvenient sometimes as well. The view of our home planet Earth that we see from the ISS is spectacular. Over. Yeah, great questions. Working outside in the ISS on spacewalks was the most exciting thing I experienced in space. We have experienced some unexpected things, such as issues with the cooling system of a spacecraft. But thanks to the amazing work on the ground team and our effort on the ISS, we were able to overcome the challenges to continue the safe and efficient operation of the ISS. Over. Yeah, excellent question. Somehow I feel the time flies so much faster on the ISS, maybe because we are very busy and having a great time every day with a variety of different tasks on the ISS. As for space, I feel the same volume of space is larger in zero gravity, since we can utilize the three-dimensional space very efficiently on the ISS. Over. Yeah, excellent question. We work as one team. As we from the ISS see no boundaries of nations on the Earth, the crew of 7 on the ISS works closely together every day. It is also wonderful to work with the mission control centers of all over the world. We work closely with the European Columbus Control Center in Munich every day as well. Over. Good question. We use Greenwich Mean Time in living and working in the ISS. Zero gravity is a real comfortable environment for sleeping. And for me, I can sleep actually better in space than on the ground. As for dreams, sometimes I dream about eating sushi and fresh salad, as well as taking a bath, a nice and a warm bath, since these are the things that we do not have on the ISS. Over. Yeah, great question. Fortunately, we have not experienced emergency events on the ISS, but we are trained to cope with emergency situations such as fire, depressurization, ammonia leak, and toxic spill. Over. That's an excellent question. Depending on spacecraft systems operation, where we always need to expect the unexpected situation, taught me a useful lesson for everyday life to be able to cope with any emergency situation. As for habits in space, I would like to continue to minimize waste in my daily life, whether it is water, food, tissue paper, or any type of energy. Over. Great question. I'm happy to be working in this international environment. ISS has demonstrated how important and how solid our international cooperation is in human space exploration. The cooperation in space is being broadened in our next target of human space exploration to the Moon and Mars in the framework of Artemis program. Over. Great question. We have about 45 days of a rehabilitation program after we land on the Earth, where we go through about 2 hours of exercise with specialists. In the past, in my previous space flight, after 45 days of a rehabilitation program, I felt that I was almost back to 100% of my strength compared to my pre-launch configuration condition. Over. Yeah, the success of the ISS operation requires solid teamwork among the crew members as well as with the mission control centers around the world. And we need to take up on the challenge to maintain excellent communication with the ground teams throughout the long duration space flight. Over. Great question. We conduct experiments to improve our daily life on the Earth, such as developing new medicine and new materials, as well as to gain new knowledge and technologies for future human space exploration to the Moon and Mars. There are constraints for space research, such as volume and mass of experiments, as well as the electrical power supply. Over. Good question. We can keep in touch with our family and friends via email, telephone, as well as a video chat on weekends. Over. Great question. It is all of the aspects you described. I believe it is in our DNA to explore. Over. Yeah, that's also an excellent question. I worked hard towards my goals. I grew up. I would like all of you to know that each and every one of you has a unique talent and capacity that no one else has. Find who you are, what you really like to do in space.